And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be unlocking the Vath Daily quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, I'm probably the last person in the world to do this, given that I've been away for a few months, but whatever. So, in order to unlock it, you need to come here to 2420 in the Dravanian Forelands and talk to the Vath Storyteller. And the quest is called The Naming of Vath. So the Vath Storyteller looks at you, clicking his mandibles nervously. So, Great Hunter, we are honoured you have returned to our humble hive. There is something which weighs heavy on our mind, very heavy. We have a newcomer to Lothast Vath. He has not yet proved himself useful, and so he has no name. So determined is he to find his place that he left the sanctuary to forage in the forests of the east. He has not returned. It has been difficult of late, very difficult. We have grown hungry and food remains scarce. The One Mind has seen to that. This nameless one means well, but he is highly curious with his newfound senses. This makes him vulnerable. The forest is the domain of hunters, and his intentions may be misunderstood, for men have not means to tell Vath from Gnaf at a glance. Will you not lend us your assistance in finding him? Will you travel to the hunters of the east and ask if they have seen him? Okay, I can do that. So, kind hunter, generous hunter, you have our gratitude. Please make haste so that the weight on our mind can be lifted. Fair enough. So I now need to go to... Let's take a look. I need to go here. So let me teleport straight to Tail Feather. And let's take a look. And I'm doing this quest on my Dark Knight just because it's not level 60. So I might as well earn the experience on this class. I want to get this class to 60 and then I'll decide which class to do next. Maybe I'll put it to popular vote, like, from the viewers, which class I should level next, because I've already leveled the 3 tanks. So, wow, it really has been a long time. I think I needed this, guys. I needed a break from this game to miss it. You know, that's what I now miss, is the... Because I miss it, I have a renewed energy towards it. And it has been months, so, you know... It's not like I just stopped for a week and came back revitalized. It's been many months now. Anyway, here's the nameless one. So, yes, we are the nameless one. Have you been sent by the storyteller? So, tell your hunter friend to release me at once. We are not on the One Mind. We are Vath. I don't care if he's a two-headed bandersnatch, he isn't going anywhere. I'm detaining him for stealing our resources. Normally I'd say we're more lenient than the NAF in terms of territory, so as long as they don't hunt in excess or attack us. But then this overgrown vilekin comes and gobbles up the Geisel greens we had laid in our traps. Enough bait to keep a drove of chocobos sated for days, gone, with nothing to show for it. So hungry we were, we could not help ourselves. Unable to hunt, unable to forage, we are no different from a parasite. If only we could find a way to release ourselves from this pitiful way of life. Well, if you insist. Lol. You misunderstand. Spare us our life. It is all we have. I spare it, he will. Stop tormenting the poor creature, Grimold. He doesn't know any better. So we ain't savages, but we ain't charitable neither. You'll have to pay us back for the greens you ate, and seeing as you don't have anything on you of value, it looks like you'll have to work off your debt. Last I checked, we're running a mite low on arrow shafts. Harvest me some mallear branches and we'll call it square, eh? So, very well, release us and we shall do as you say. Of course, I ain't fool enough to let him go off alone. I'd ask that you see to that the beastman doesn't flee from his debt. And if he does, I'll have every hunter from here to the 100 throws after him for thievery, understand? I guess what's kind of nice as well, the second my Dark Knight gets to level 60, my item level is going to jump like 50 points or more. Because I've already got a bunch of level 60 gear from my other tanks. Ah, we are free. Much appreciated, Hunter. Now then, to the Smouldering Waste. Okay, so we need to go to where? We need to go to here. Right, so let's go. Now, the reason I record all of these quests, all of these stories, in case anyone's wondering who's watching, is because it's just sharing my experience of doing the quest the first time, you know what I mean? It's like, because when I played Final Fantasy XI for all of those years, and World of Warcraft, all I have to show for it is a folder with like thousands and thousands of screenshots, and maybe I'll upload that one day, but it's just not the same as having HD recorded video. So let's see. Well then, the storyteller must be waiting for us. We make for laugh at Vath. No, you must keep your word. Yes, we know. If we flee, we will never again be able to move freely. To the non-mind, independence is all. If we take too long, the hunters will surely come after us. Kind hunter, will you help us? We will not ask you to bear the entire burden. One sapling should be enough. We will gather the rest on our own. Okay, fair enough. So accompany him. So we need to go this way. So let's go. So we're just helping him to clear his debt so that we can let him be free. Now, when they were talking before about one mind and many mind and blah blah blah, the one mind effectively are the ones, or the NAF are the ones controlled by Ravana, because the primals in the game have the ability to control and enslave races of creatures. So the Vath are not in control by Ravana. Simple as that. And because they're not in control, we can talk to them, we can, you know, be friendly with them and so on. Okay, let me use all of my abilities because I'm pro. I feel like the buttons have changed for Dark Knight. I might need to look up my classes again. I'm not sure if they have or not, but, you know, because it has been a while, I need to relearn this game, that's for sure. And I think a good way to relearn the game is not only to say relearn it, but also to try and make guides about it, like do some research on each class and so on. So, it won't be anytime soon, but I am going to try and make different class guides for this game. It'll give me something to do, you know what I mean? And the thing is, though, I am more focused now. I'm already thinking of the next expansion. Like, I know they haven't even announced it yet. Who knows how long away it is. But I'm keeping the new expansion in mind. Okay, that's done. Because it's important when playing an MMO to think the long term. What's going to help you in the years to come? That's why leveling up the crafting was one of the first things I did in the expansion, because I knew it would help me for the entire duration of the expansion, and I'm intending to do it again the second the next expansion launches. So anyway, let's talk to the nameless one. So have you the branch? Yes, we do. So a Pliant Milia branch, a long green branch cut from a young Milia. When fashioned into an arrow shaft, it is less likely to split when loosed. Okay. So, many thanks for this. Now, let us return to the hunter's camp and be done with it. Right, okay, so let's go. So we need to teleport straight back to Tail Feather. And I need something to occupy my brain for the next 6 months until Final Fantasy XV comes out. So, and the thing is, though, as great and wonderful Final Fantasy XV is, it's only going to be a temporary fix. Like, we're probably only going to be able to play it for the next for 1 or 2 months after release, because it's a single player game, you know, there's a limited amount of content. So I need something to do when it comes to my YouTube channel and so on. And there is a million other games for me to play, but for now, the main thing I'm known for is Final Fantasy, so I need to do more Final Fantasy stuff. I think that's what people want. So, well, call me a Chocobo's uncle. I'm impressed. You've given me more than your debt called for. These branches will make for fine arrows. We've usually got to send the whole party of hunters to gather this much. What with the Melias thrashing about and the Nast lurking in the brush. Even with those snorri arms and legs, you've proved more useful than I thought. We were useful? Aye, I would say so. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back with so much, or to come back at all for that matter. We too will be honest. We fought to flee, but this hunter persuaded us to stay. But we were useful? I said you were, didn't I? In fact, I tell you what, since you brought me back more than a fortnight's worth, I'll even throw in a small reward, a sack of Geisel greens to take home to your kin. A reward? You mean more of those tasty greens for being useful? We tried to find a way to be useful at Lothar Vast. We tried, but we could not find our purpose. Well, we hunters ain't like to turn away an extra pair of hands, beastmen or not, and we offer the fair pay to adventurers willing to take on more dangerous tasks. Ain't that right, Mithrie? Yep, I guess. So, adventurer, there are those who travel to the wilds of their own accord, risk life and limb for the sake of these rewards. More like bounty hunters, I guess, that's what it sounds like. So, such excitement, such fortune, we want to become an adventurer. I can't say that I've come across an adventurer who's requested Geisel greens as a reward, but I'd be willing to compensate for honest work. If it is food you're after, I'm sure we could arrange for some spare cuts of meat too. More crunchy greens and juicy flesh, enough to feed our colony. We will relay this to the storyteller at once. Cool. So we need to go to the storyteller. Let's go. I like that I'm riding around on Twintania, which it was the boss of turn 5 in the first coil of Bahamut. As in, when A Realm Reborn first came out, this was the hardest boss in the game. The past. Memories. It's still hard even now. I mean, I'm sure people going into it for the first time will still struggle. Anyway, so here's the Vath storyteller. So thank you, Hunter, for bringing our nameless brother back. We hope he was not a burden on you. I like, for example, that these Vath do not talk in some weird dialect, like it's just normal English. She is no hunter storyteller, she is an adventurer, and we are a burden no more. Look at what we have brought you. So, what a strange looking plant, yet they have so much delightfully bitter taste. We have other good news. We have found our purpose. We will become an adventurer too. If we work hard, the hunters promise to reward us with food for the colony. You mean the hunters of the east? We thought it safer to limit contact with them, but they gave you such delicious rewards. You have done well, Nameless One. With your newfound purpose, we are sure you will ease the hunger of your brothers and sisters. But trading with the hunters will not solve all our woes. Much more is required for our survival. Yes, much more. Our colony is falling into disrepair. We need metals for our defences. We need clay for our walls. The One Mind knows this. They seek to impoverish us. A few of our non-mind brothers tried to steal such things from Lothar Vast. Gnaf, sorry. They never returned. The One Mind rages at what he sees as boldness, even though we are mere leeches partaking of tiny drops of blood. Tiny drops. Even leeches do not loathe their own host as much as we. It is shameful that we must still rely on the one mind to survive. You can rely on us, storyteller. We shall travel the realm and offer our services in exchange for resources. We will bring back precious rewards from beyond. Travel the realm? You mean to cross the hunter's borders to lands beyond? Nameless one, it is too dangerous. Fear not, it is what adventurers do, to explore unknown lands, meet their peoples, obtain great rewards, strengthen the colony. You speak strongly for your purpose. Very well. Should you succeed, we can sever ourselves from the one mind completely. We can truly become our own masters. But do not become a pest, sneaking work where there is none. The hunters may take offense to your eagerness to obtain rewards. How will you know when your services are required? An adventurers guild, a place to exchange information and gather requests from others. Nameless one, no such place exists here. If this is your solution, you must start your own. But I am certain you will not be alone. Some of your brothers and sisters will still want for purpose. Seek them out. An adventurers guild, there is much to do, but first we will introduce you to our brothers. Come, come. Okay, so let's talk. So this is the stick peddler. He peddles sticks. He lost his connection with the overmind near the same time as we did. There was one other, but we did not see him. You mean the Kenai? He saw shadows fly across the colony. He was hungry and said he would hunt the shadows east towards the river. He could not have gone far, for he fears the water, fears it much. He would not cross the river unless it was near the bridge. Wise Vath know to avoid the bridge, for ferocious dragons often lurk near it. Could it be that they were the shadows that the Kenai saw? Brave adventurer, could you check the bridge while we search the area for the Kenai? He could be in trouble. But do not slay dragons if we see them. Dead dragons will invite reprisals. We will lend you one of our Kongamato. We have fitted it with a contraption which sprays a putrid smoke which irritates, but does not wound. Yes, irritates. We got too close to it once, most irritating. The Kongamato are unaccustomed to fleshling riders. If you fall off, talk to the stick peddler. He will help you to get back on. Now let us find the Kenai. Okay, let's do that. So ride the Kongamato to the bridge and use its spray on any ferocious dragons you see. Fair enough. Oh, nice. So I guess this is the, you know, the mount we will get once we are max rank with this beast tribe. And wow, it looks weird. Okay, so we need to attack these dragons. Damn it. Are we done? There we go. We have to do it multiple times. So Garnet Burns, I don't like this game anymore. Why do you do this? Okay. So that's that done. So we just chased off the baby dragons. I guess it'll make life a bit easier for the Vath. Isn't it nice there's flying mounts in this game? I wonder if they're going to do a cataclysm, like in the first areas of the game, and allow us to fly in the first areas. Okay, so let's get off. Let's talk to the nameless one. So he is a Kenai, so he named himself. So he never tires of discovery. He returned to the hive soon after you departed to search for the bridge. We are grateful to you for your assistance. We enjoy exploring the lands near the colony, but we were careless on our search for curious things. Our nameless brothers tell us he will open the Adventurers Guild in Loth Vast. It was not long ago that we too yearned for purpose, and we will gladly join him in his mission. Then it is decided the Kenai will help us find many opportunities for adventure, many opportunities. But our guild is not yet complete. We are unsure on the actual trade of adventuring, how to find things, how to fight things. We cannot do it without an experienced teacher. Kind adventurer, will you teach us your ways? Click, click, very well. So, wonderful, wonderful. From now on, we shall call on you as Master of the Craft, Master. Yep, not the first time. So, leave the construction to the guild to us. The Kenai will be on the lookout for our hunter friends and any requests they may have. But there are very few adventurers to carry out the task now. Very few, in fact, only you. We were hoping that you could show us how it's done. The storyteller told me he is most pleased with your deeds to our colony. Consider us friends, and from now on, let's work together for the guild. And now that we have found our purpose, I shall be nameless no longer, as I long to have so deft an arm in adventuring. I should call myself Deft Arm. Okay? Sounds good. Nice. So we've just started off on the Vath Beast Tribe, and I figured I might as well get this done before they add even more. Like, I don't want to be so many Beast Tribes behind. Baby Chocobo. So the nameless one is now called the Vath Deft Arm, and an Adventurers Guild has been constructed in Lothar Vast. The Hunters of Tailfeather are now clients of the Adventurers Guild. Okay, so Beast Tribe is now unlocked. Your reputation increasing to friendly. So the Vath Beast Tribe quests are now available from the Vath Kenai. Furthermore, you can now access to a selection of wares from the Vath Stock Piddler. Okay, so we got the achievement, the Vath Less Troubled one. So, anyway guys, that's it for now. The way to track your progress is to go to the Reputation tab, and you can see, oh god, we're already rank 3, that was quick. So once we get to rank 4, so I guess the first 2 ranks were skipped, we're gonna do the next tribe quest. I'm not going to record actually doing the dailies, that's fairly simple. But yeah, so that's the story of how the Vath are establishing themselves in this area. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.